Today I'm going to be reacting to Bryan Johnson's longevity protocol.
3 years ago, I asked the most unthinkable and crazy question possible. Are we the first generation that won't die? To explore this question, I hired a team of 30 medical professionals. We measured the biological age of every one of my organs, and then we applied the very best science ever done on health span and lifespan. It's worked. I now have the best biomarkers of anybody in the world. I am the healthiest person on planet
No, that doesn't prove anything. That does not mean you're the healthiest person in the world.
Earth. And while the protocol is always changing, this is what I'm doing now. Every day begins for me not when I wake up, but when I go to bed, as sleep is my #1 life priority. I'm asleep by 8:30 p.m. and I naturally wake around 5 a.m., never using an alarm. The very first thing I do when I wake
That's good. As long as he's waking up around the same time that the sun rises, that's good.
up is I get 10,000 lux light into my eyes for 3 to 4 minutes. As I'm
Dude, just go outside, get in the sun. The sun will not cause you any harm if you're eating a proper diet and your skin is healthy. The sun is not bad for you. You don't need to fear the sun.
sitting there, I'll take my inner ear temperature, as my body temperature has dropped 5 degrees Fahrenheit over the past few years, given metabolic efficiencies. Then I'll do a body composition measurement, looking at fat, muscle, hydration, weight, arterial stiffness using a smart scale. I'll then
Well, those are all just arbitrary numbers. There's no reason to do that.
apply a hair serum, massage my scalp for 1 to 2 minutes, and wear a red light hair cap for 6 minutes. I'll do a breathing exercise or meditation for 5 minutes to get my mind and body set for the day. Then I'll consume an 8
That's good.
ounce drink consisting of Blueprint Longevity Mix, collagen peptides, creatine, and some prebiotics.
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure exactly what's in that, but that's not ideal. You don't need supplements. Just eat real food and you'll get everything you need. There's no reason to take supplements.
Next, I'll work out for 60 to 90 minutes. I will focus on strength, cardio, flexibility, and balance. While working out, I'll rotate listening to music, books, podcasts. On the weekends, I'll play pickleball.
Working out is not ideal. Doing intense exercise, it spikes your cortisol. It stresses you out a lot. You get sore, you have to recover. It's not ideal if you're trying to live long. Now, I understand why some people want to work out, because it does make your body look better. So if that's something that you care about, then sure, work out, but it's not good for you and you shouldn't view it as being good for you.
Ride a bike, climb, hang out with friends.
That's all okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Next, for breakfast, I will have Blueprint Longevity Protein and Berry Nut Mix, collagen peptides, extra virgin olive oil, and 100% pure cacao with a few dozen pills.
Oh my goodness, this meal is just sludge, isn't it? Yeah, this is not food. This is just sludge. No nutrient dense foods. Like, if you're trying to live as long as possible, why would you not be eating nutrient dense foods? Like, I don't understand. This is not food. This is literally just sludge.
A few dozen pills. After breakfast, I will squeeze
Once again, he needs pills because his diet doesn't give him all the nutrients he needs.
in a few additional therapies. Daily, I do red and near infrared light therapy, 6
You don't need to do that. You just go outside in the sun.
minutes a day. Currently, I have 2 additional therapies. One is hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and second is focused shockwave therapy, which I'm doing for my entire body, first in world.
I don't really know anything about that. It's definitely not necessary. It might be beneficial. I mean, who really knows though? It's not a very researched thing.
Next, I will jump into the shower, wash my face,
Hopefully that water is filtered. Because if not, if that water isn't filtered, he's going to be getting a lot of heavy metals and other toxic compounds on his skin.
apply moisturizer and vitamin C, and then 2 to 3 times a week, I will exfoliate with a Japanese washcloth. At this point in the morning,
You don't really need to do skincare, really, if you're living properly, it's not necessary. You can use some moisturizer if you want. Ideally, like something like beef tallow would be a great moisturizer.
I'm feeling pretty good. I've had a fantastic night's sleep. I've fully exercised. I've had a nutritious breakfast.
That is not a nutritious breakfast. We got some fruits that are heavily sprayed with pesticides, chia seeds. They're just seeds. They're very high in several anti-nutrients. Not ideal. Very hard to digest. No real nutrients in those. And then what is that? Protein powder. That's not really nutrient dense either. And then I can't really tell what that liquid is, but who knows? Maybe it's like it might just be like a blend of fruits. Yeah, this is not a nutritious breakfast. This is pretty bad.
I'm now going to step outside and do a 10-minute walk in the sun. It feels fantastic on my skin. Now I'm mindful of the time I'm out when the UV index is low, where I still get the stimulation and benefits of the sun, but without the damage. After
It's not actually proven that the UV from the sun causes damage. And when you go out in the sun, it's good that he's actually going outside. I actually expected him to not go in the sun at all. But yeah, you don't use sunscreen. The sun is not something you need to be scared of. It's very good for you. Of course, assuming that you follow a proper diet, because, and I'll explain that right now. When you consume a lot of polyunsaturated fatty acids, or essentially just what's in seed oils and fats like that, like canola oil, vegetable oil, if you consume a lot of that, your tissues will actually become like those will build up in your tissues. So essentially, your skin will be made of seed oils instead of what it should be made of, which is saturated animal fat. So, like basically beef tallow butter. That's what your tissues should be made of. So when you eat a lot of saturated animal fat, the sun really is not going to cause you any harm. When you're consuming a lot of polyunsaturated fats, it can be harmful.
this, my work day begins, and it's my favorite part of the entire day because my morning hours are my best hours. I'm open-minded, I'm creative, I'm fast, and so I prioritize the hardest tasks in this window of time. Now in my office, my desk and
I mean, if you wanted to live as long as possible, you shouldn't be working, because working is stressful, which will age you. Obviously, basically everyone has to do some type of work to make a living, but it seems like this guy's pretty rich, so I don't know why he would be working.
chair are situated so that I can rotate between sitting and standing, always maintaining proper posture. I find this to be useful because moving about increases blood flow, which increases my alertness. After the first few
Increasing your alertness, which just means that you're less relaxed. It's not really a good thing. Standing up for hours on end, it's not good. That's why it makes your muscles like sore. Your legs start getting sore when you stand up for that long. It's not ideal.
hours of the day of hard focus, I will have my next meal of the day, typically something like super veggie, which is a mixture of lentils, broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, hemp seeds, garlic, and ginger.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So we got broccoli. It's extremely high in goitrogens, which are terrible for your thyroid. Um, then he's also mushrooms. That's not food for humans. It's a fungus. Cauliflower,
Seeds, garlic, and ginger. Immediately follow
garlic, and ginger, both toxic plants. Yeah, his diet is pretty bad so far, man.
eating super veggie, I will jump back into focused work. Every 30 minutes, I'll do roughly 5 minutes of light activities, such as walking or bodyweight exercises, stretching. I find that it makes me more flexible of mind and of body. An hour and a half.
And there's no real reason to do that. You can just get up and walk around if you want, but no reason to be doing those like exercises. It's not really gonna help you much, if at all.
Or 2 hours later, I will have my final meal of the day, which will be some combination of veggies, nuts, seeds, and berries. For example,
Yeah, it's just more sludge. He is I mean, he seems like he's taking supplements, but his diet is severely deficient in the 15 micronutrients that you can only get in animal foods that you need. I'll put those up on screen so you guys can see. But yeah, this is pretty bad. Also, it's not ideal to be eating this many meals. Ideally, you should be eating one meal a day. Now, most people won't be able to do that. I think that you should eat whenever you get hungry, but if you lower your stress, if you eat properly, live a good lifestyle, over time your stress levels will go down, and the lower your stress levels are, the less often you'll get hungry. So you'll eventually, if all goes well, you'll be able to eat one meal a day with only being hungry one time, and you'll be totally fine.
I might have a stuffed sweet potato with avocado, tomatoes, chickpeas with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil.
So just a bunch of lectins, tannins, oxalates, some phytic acid, goitrogens, a lot of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids from the olive oil, not enough saturated fat. This is pretty bad.
My daily caloric intake is 2,250 calories, which is made up of 25% protein, 35% carbs, and 40% fat. Note that
That's pretty bad. So our body prefers metabolically to for us to eat one or the other when it comes to carbs and fats. So you should either eat very high carb, very low fat, or very high fat, very low carb. Now, which one is better though? Fat is way better because carbs, when you eat a lot of carbs, it spikes your blood glucose. You know, it can lead to things like diabetes. Eating a lot of carbs is not good. It causes energy crashes. Fats give you more stable energies. Not only that, but fats are nutritious. You know, you get the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Whereas carbs do not really have any nutrients in them.
I am plant-based by choice, excluding the collagen peptides. After my final meal of the day, I
Yeah, I think it's because the reason why he's vegan is because he thinks killing animals is wrong. But yeah, being vegan is awful. He's missing out on so many essential nutrients. You know, he's not getting high quality protein or fat. He's just missing out on all those nutrients. And I mean, obviously, he's taking supplements, but it's been shown many times that supplements can be toxic. Like, for example, vitamin A toxicity has been shown through vitamin A supplements, but it's never been observed from eating liver, which is very high in vitamin A. So, yeah, supplements can definitely be toxic. I would not recommend taking supplements.
will get back into work. And as I did before, every 30 minutes or so, I will do 5 minutes of light activity, which helps with blood flow, awaken my mind, and keep my body loose and flexible.
I'm really surprised that he works this much. Like seriously, it seems like he's kind of made it. Like he has all the money he would ever need. Working is just going to stress you out. Even if he says he likes it, working is stressful no matter how you do it. It's not ideal. If you want to live as long as possible, you should be doing close to no work.
The liquid I drink throughout the day is mineralized, either via tea or electrolytes. I will stop drinking liquids.
Tea has plant toxins in it. Um, I'm not sure what he means by electrolytes. I assume he's talking about some supplement powder, which is not ideal. Probably has a lot of salt in it as well, which salt can be very toxic. Can have a lot of heavy metals in it. Um, if you want electrolytes, just drink things like, milk, like ideally raw, coconut water. Just drink things like that. Even, spring water that has minerals. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's drinking though.
Around 4 p.m. to avoid getting up at night to go to the bathroom. The rest of my day is
Yeah, that's good.
filled with endless activities. What a lot of people don't realize is I am currently the operating CEO of several endeavors, including Blueprint, Don't Die. My longevity protocol is a full-time job. I am a content creator and I am a father. My favorite part of what I do.
Being in charge of that many things can definitely be stressful, which will age you.
No day is ever the same. Now, as the end of day arrives, I have been working non-stop the entire day.
How would he just said it himself? He's been working all day. How would that be conducive to living? How would that be conducive to living long? Working a lot is one of the worst things you could do if you're trying to live long.
I need to wind down. This process commences with me taking a 10-minute walk outside. I'll spend time with friends and family.
The walk should be longer. He hasn't spent anywhere near enough time outside. Spending time with family and friends, that's good. That'll lower your stress.
And then I'll do something like read a book, meditate, do breath work, something to calm my body down.
That's good, yeah.
I'll turn screens off. I'll try to stop messaging or view social media. Nighttime mode is activated.
Good.
Now, I know from achieving the best sleep score in human history, 8 months of perfect sleep, that the single strongest predictor of my nighttime sleep quality is my resting heart rate. Everything I do is to lower the beats per minute of my heart. The lower I go, the better my sleep.
Well, if you're trying to lower your resting heart rate, why would you work out? Working out increases your heart rate.
8:30, my head will hit the pillow and I will be asleep within 1 to 3 minutes. On any given night, I will average over 2 hours of REM, 2 hours of deep, and I will be up less than 30 minutes a night. These are the markers of exceptional sleep.
Well, another thing to pay attention to is that he sleeps like a lot. And that's a sign that your stress is high. If you're able to sleep for 9-10 hours every single night, that means that you're exhausted. You should not need to sleep that long. As an adult, of course. That's just like his stress is just high, man. If you're able to sleep that much, that's not a good sign.
Then, my favorite part of the entire thing, I know I get to do the same thing tomorrow. Life is amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, his daily routine is pretty bad. If he wanted to improve it, what he should be doing is going outside a lot more without sunscreen, getting fresh air, ideally in a place where they don't spray chemtrails. Um, and he should be eating a raw animal-based diet, raw meat, raw organs, raw dairy if he wants. Not what he's eating right now. But yeah, that's it.